In 2017, at the New York International Auto Show, Ford revealed something that was unlike any police vehicle that had ever been built. Ford introduced a concept that aligned directly with the company's larger electrification strategy, a pursuit-rated hybrid police sedan. Called the Ford Police Responder Hybrid Sedan, it represented the second of 13 electrified vehicles Ford planned to introduce within 5 years. And while it looked familiar, essentially a modified Ford Fusion hybrid, it was designed specifically for law enforcement duty. By 2019, the production version entered service. And despite being the first pursuit-rated hybrid police car in the United States, the Police Responder Hybrid lasted only 2 model years and never achieved meaningful adoption within law enforcement agencies. This was one of the shortest production police cars in American history, and in this video, I'm going to explain why. Ford's decision to develop a hybrid police vehicle was part of its broader $4.5 billion electrification plan, aimed at expanding the company into a combined auto and mobility brand. The Police Responder Hybrid was introduced alongside other featured electrified models, including a fully electric small SUV, a hybrid F-150, a hybrid Mustang, and various plug-in commercial vehicles. Ford already supplied 63% of all police vehicles in the US, and the company believed that hybridization could significantly reduce overall fleet operating costs, especially in major metro areas where idling time is high. This led to the creation of the Police Responder Hybrid Sedan, engineered as a factory police package rather than an upfitted civilian car. Ford referenced years of feedback from its 25-member police advisory board, as well as data from departments like the NYPD, which had already been using non-police package Fusion hybrids since 2010. When Ford introduced the Police Responder Hybrid Sedan, the police vehicle market in the United States was transitioning heavily away from sedans and toward larger, more capable SUVs. Several key models dominated fleet purchases during this period. Ford Police Interceptor Utility. By 2017, the Interceptor Utility had become the most widely used police vehicle in the US, representing nearly 70% of Ford's law enforcement sales. Departments favored it for all-wheel drive, higher ride height, greater interior volume, strong V6 options, and durability in high-mileage environments. It quickly became the default patrol vehicle for many agencies. Ford Police Interceptor Sedan. This model served as Ford's primary sedan-based pursuit vehicle. It offered multiple V6 engine choices and optional all-wheel drive. However, agencies increasingly viewed it as smaller inside than older Crown Vics, more complex to service, and less practical for modern police equipment requirements. It was scheduled to end production after 2019. Dodge Charger Pursuit. FCA's Charger Pursuit remained the strongest competitor to Ford's sedan lineup. It was available with the 3.6 Pentastar or the 5.7 Hemi V8 with optional all-wheel drive on V6 models. It remained popular due to its performance and pricing, but it still faced the same long-term limitations as all sedans: reduced interior space and declining department preference. Now, that's not to say these aren't heavily used by certain departments. I live in Florida and our highway patrol prefers these Chargers, and I feel like a lot of other highway patrol agencies are the same way. Another really common one is the Chevy Tahoe Police Pursuit vehicle. The Tahoe PPV continued to grow in popularity during this period, especially among state police and sheriff's departments. Its advantages included rear-wheel drive or four-wheel, high durability, large cabin for equipment, and improved crash protection due to its size. Its higher cost was offset by longer fleet life and stronger resale value. Chevy's Australian-built Caprice PPV was also ending production around this time. Although it offered strong V6 and V8 performance, its discontinuation further accelerated the decline of sedan-based police vehicles. The Expedition is another example introduced back in 2018. There's the Durango, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some other examples, but these Fusions, just not as practical. By the time Ford launched the police responder hybrid, the market had already moved heavily in favor of SUVs. Most agencies prioritized durability, cargo capacity, curb clearance, and long-term fleet value. This made it difficult for any sedan to compete with the rising dominance of the Interceptor utility and Tahoe PPV. Ford designed the vehicle with three core goals. Number one, improve fuel economy versus the outgoing police Interceptor sedan. The hybrid system targeted an EPA estimated 38 combined MPG, more than double the 18 miles per gallon rated on the V6 Taurus-based Interceptor. Goal number two, reduce fuel consumption during idling. Police vehicles typically idle to power lights, radios, computers, communication equipment, and HVAC systems. In conventional police cars, this requires the engine to run constantly. In the police responder hybrid, these systems could operate with a lithium-ion battery, allowing the engine to shut off and only restart intermittently to maintain the charge. Ford estimated idling fuel savings at 0.27 gallons per hour, which could translate to $3,900 per year per vehicle under certain fleet conditions. And lastly, goal number three, achieve full pursuit rated certification. Ford engineered upgraded cooling, braking, and electronic controls to ensure the vehicle could compete the same independent annual testing conducted by the Michigan State Police and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. This testing evaluates performance under sustained high speeds, emergency handling, braking durability, and the ability to withstand curb impacts and other real-world obstacles. Under the hood, the police responder hybrid featured a 2-liter Atkinson cycle inline-4 with an 88 kilowatt electric motor mated into a CVT transmission powering the front wheels. Notable upgrades are as follows: Pursuit calibrated powertrain, heavy-duty suspension components, police-tuned regenerative braking with 17-inch twin-piston calipers and rotors, and front deflector plates. Additionally, the car could operate in electric-only mode up to 60 miles per hour depending on battery charge and load. In aggressive driving, sensors detected pursuit conditions and adjusted the charging strategy to ensure consistent electrical boost. And lastly, engine and battery work together for maximum acceleration when required. As you'd expect, the interior differed significantly from a standard Fusion hybrid. Ford incorporated features specifically requested by law enforcement agencies. This includes heavy-duty cloth upholstery, slim bolsters for easier entry/exit with a duty belt, reinforced frames for long-term durability, and they also got easy clean vinyl flooring in the front and rear. Then of course, instead of a retail-style console, Ford installed a metal console plate, which allowed agencies to mount radios, sirens, controls, and laptop stands. This interior configuration was designed to be durable, simple to clean, and compatible with existing police equipment upfitters. Just, pretty standard stuff. In order to be considered pursuit rated, the vehicle had to pass both Michigan State Police and Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department evaluations. These agencies test sustained high-speed driving, acceleration, braking performance, handling on wet and dry surfaces, and just overall durability. For Ford, passing this third-party testing meant the vehicle could be marketed as a full pursuit-capable hybrid rather than a simple administrative or detective purpose hybrid. Now, I should mention that around this time, Ford had this Fusion plug-in hybrid SSV. These were mainly used for undercover use and that sort of thing. So obviously, the police responder hybrid successfully met the requirements, making it the first hybrid in the industry to achieve official pursuit rated status. That's impressive, and you have to give credit where credit is due. I'm not too sure how many units were built, but not many. Finding these for sale is very rare. As of recording this, I was not able to find any for sale. The problem with these was mainly the interior space. Police officers have mentioned that they felt cramped, the trunk space was tiny, they just weren't efficient in the way they needed to be. Now, I totally understand that these were marketed towards metro areas where a high top speed wasn't usually necessary. They top out at around 110 miles per hour. For a comparison, the Explorer with the EcoBoost is close to 150. Were these one of the shortest production police cars in America? The answer is without a doubt. Some generations of the Tahoe and F-150 were pretty short-lived, but as far as the nameplate, they are still strong sellers to this day. I guess the Javelin used by Alabama state troopers could work, the Magnum is another one, and maybe even the Intrepid. That said, I've never seen a Fusion police responder, and it was difficult finding information from people that actually use them in service. So if you did, let us know in the comments how they were. Did you like it, or was there better out there? In 2025, we have electric police cars and, of course, hybrids as well, but I think this was an honest attempt from Ford several years ago. I had no idea these even existed until I made this video, and, it always is fun to make law enforcement or emergency-related videos. If you made it to this point of the video, I really appreciate it. Most people have clicked off already, so, thanks again to making to this point. And with that said, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll try and see you all